Okay, I got it snapped on. If it was life or death, and if I spent 15-20 minutes on it, I could have done it on my own by reaching my hand up and trying to hold this down and holding my mouth just right. But Momi was outside, you know, she's swinging on the little swing we got out there, and our kitty's out there, and she's enjoying the weather. We're right here next to the water. Isn't that kind of cool? Okay, so since she was here, I just had her kind of hold down on here. I didn't want her to get this grease stuff on here, so I just had her hold that down with the plastic so she didn't get her hands all messed up. And all she had to do was keep pressure on that while I got that spring wire deal snapped up there. And it only took a couple minutes for that. Now I look at the wording and see that it looks pretty good where I'm at. I've already cleaned off some of the residue off there, and I wanted to make sure that way I could see that this didn't need to slide to the right a little bit, down, up, to the side, whatever. I want it right in the middle, because there's about a 30-second of a gap all the way around there. You want this, when you suck it down, you want it centered in there. Could you suck it down so it's off a little bit? Yeah, if you're not paying attention. It would still work, but just for looks, it looks good this way. And it shouldn't move when I start screwing it down, because it's just attached by those 3 screws, remember? I'm gonna get you down there and show you what's going on. I'm gonna get you in here upside down. Hope you don't get dizzy. Okay. Here you go. You see how that's on there? And I loosened up these screws more so I could push those up high enough so I had enough room to get on there. And then I just see these are loose. I can just tighten these a little bit by hand, and now it's kind of snug. And then you could slide it around, whatever. That ring, as long as you have it snapped in there all the way, this is not going to fall out. So now when I put these screws up against that, I'm actually pulling that down towards me. Does that make sense? And that's my next step, which is I got my Phillips screwdriver, and there's a slot across there too. So I'll take my Phillips screwdriver, tighten it up as much as I can, and then I'll get my big screwdriver and just crank down a little bit more on there. And before I crank down all the way, I'll get this pretty snug, and then I'll look, make sure I'm lined up again, and clean off a little bit more of the putty that's around there, and make sure I'm lined up. Because see, when the putty starts coming out, then you can't really see your line that goes all the way around there. Okay, so tighten it up a little bit, come back here, make sure it didn't move, clean off around there. And what I do is I just take my putty knife and try to clean that the best I can. I try not to get my grubby fingers on here, but you can clean that stuff up, you know, easy as you go, careful as you go. And in fact, before I go any further, I'm going to wash my hands a little bit to try not to get any more of these marks than I have to around here as I'm tightening it up. Here's another tip for you too. You notice on this cabinet what's missing? This cabinet door over here. This cabinet door is just pushed up against there, so that's fine. This other cabinet door would have only come out this far, and it would not allow me to go in at an angle, or if I say, oh yeah, I'll be careful, I'm not going to spring it or anything, and then all of a sudden you move or something and you spring the hinges and you bend the hinges and then you messed up your door. So go the extra mile. Take your cabinet door off if you need to, especially if you're in the middle, and if this cabinet door is not up against another cabinet, let's say right out in the middle, take both of them out. Be safe rather than sorry. see what I'm talking about as you're tightening it up. You can't see that little rim around there, that about 3/32 gap all the way around there. A 32nd of an inch gap. Can you? Okay, so now I can just take my putty knife and kind of clean this. Be careful, because the last thing you want to do is scratch your stainless steel. Okay, see there? Look, now I can roll that up and put that back, and I'm looking really nice all the way around. I'm not going to try to clean out anything with my fingernails or anything like that. Okay, and now I'm going to go down there and do a once over, tightening that up just a little bit more. Make it snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, I didn't tighten it so tight that I was going to cause blisters on my hands or tear my fingers apart or anything. I made it as snug as I think it should be. Okay, you don't have to go overboard. I mean, this thing is pretty tight. I mean, how tight does it need to be? My word. Okay, now I'm going to take my putty knife and I'm going to go around it one more time. Well, I'm going to spend a few minutes and clean around here, nice and easy. Okay, and then I can peel up like this, and I may have to do it, you know, to the outside too, depending how much is on here. So you just take your time, you know. We're not racing with anybody, right? You want it to be right, and it will be. Now, of course, I'm going to put this back in here, and I'm just going to put it in with my other stuff in case I ever need this again. You never know, right? You never know. Look, I didn't use that much. That's for two. That's enough for 2 of these. Okay, I put the garbage disposal in on this side, and I put the strainer, basket strainer assembly over on the other side. All right, so how much of that plumber's putty you need? It's just about that much, not a whole lot. This thing should do plenty of sinks. Okay, there you go. Oh, that looks beautiful. Insinkerator, I can read that. Right there, I can read this. All in the right direction. I clean that all up. Look how beautiful that looks. How did I clean that? Simple green, baby. I put all my other stuff in there, got my hands all clean, and I'm ready for the next step. What is the next step? Well, the next step is I've got to shimmy underneath there and put that on. Okay, that's going to be heavy. You remember how I'm going to do that? I'm going to put this up. I'm going to hold it straight up. I'll push it straight up in there, and then this thing swivels. Okay, here's my little nibs that get screwed on there, and then before I tap it tight, I'll slide this into position where it needs to be, because see, that outlet is going to be needing to be facing exactly straight across that way, because it needs to be straight across from the other sink, because I've got to hook the garbage disposal piping underneath, and it will tie into the other one under there. That's why I've got to have this lined up, and I'll be able to do it once I put it up there. It doesn't matter how I installed that, how I have the screws on the backside, how I have the nibs on the backside, because this, see, will slide on there. So I can put this exactly, I can swivel this exactly where I want it on there, and then I've got to line that up, hold my mouth just right, and get those on. That's the tricky part to do under there, okay? Hold your breath and you'll be able to do it. Muscle it. And I've got my lumbar support on. I've got my knee pads, my little knee pads down there, and instantly I've got 2 layers of that heavy, thick cardboard. I could have put craft paper there. I would have put craft paper here if I didn't have this other stuff down. I put this heavy stuff down, excuse me, because I ended up having to rip out the old counters and all that. That was a big mess. I put a plastic wall around this whole thing. You should have seen that. Hopefully you did, because it's on some previous episodes of these. I left this heavy cardboard stuff down because in a couple weeks they're going to come with the new refrigerator, the new stove, the microwave, washer and dryer, and I don't want them to scratch the new laminate flooring, the vinyl flooring that we had installed. And so I'm going to leave this stuff down. As for where the refrigerator is, I'll cut the cardboard stuff out a little bit further so when they push the new refrigerator in, it's all on the floor. And then see, I even have the cardboard stuck out in here because it was protecting that floor and stuff. After they take this old microwave down, and after they install the new microwave, before they leave, then they're going to slide the range in here, okay? That's when I'll cut the cardboard out far enough, that way they can slide the range over here without scratching up the floor and all that good stuff, and then they can push it on the new flooring and stuff. And I've got some little mover things, you know, those little round things with the plastic on the bottom. You get the kind with a carpet cover. It's a little cap, and you can put that on there. That's for protecting if you have hardwood floors, if you have laminate floors, if you have floors like this, vinyl planking, and it will protect your floor as you're sliding things in and out. So I'll probably end up using that too. But be all set for your project, because, you know, after you get that done, it's all about hooking up all the plumbing, piping and stuff. And that extension where the drain line is, I'm going to have to cut that off and put a little elbow on it. And I remembered that, and I got some parts. See this little elbow? That's a 22 and a half. And then I also got a 45. That's a 45. And this is a 22. Okay, I think I'm going to end up using that one. Here's a male adapter with the threads. And then I also got a coupling. And then I also got 2 foot of pipe. And I'll talk to you about that stuff later. But see, since I have to cut that off, I'm going to have to use some ABS glue to put it back on. And when you get that stuff on the floor, forget about it. You're not cleaning it off. At least not with anything I have. See, here's medium black ABS glue. I got just a little can because I only need a couple twizzles around that. But that's why I've got the stuff on the floor, and I'll probably put some masking tape on the wall too, where the cabinet area is. So I'm really careful there. I've got some sandpaper to clean off all that white stuff on that pipe. See all that white stuff? I'm going to sand all that stuff off. Then I have to cut that, come out at an angle and all that kind of stuff. That'll be a different video series, okay? But for now, my first and foremost goal is to slip that up there and get it situated, get it lined up exactly how I want it before I twist that down and call it good.